Hello, Miss Bonita. Is that okay if I call you? If
Well,
I call you that?
I have a long name. It's Flores Munoz, and if you just call me Miss Flores or Miss Munoz, that's fine.
Miss
And
Munoz?
you're Letitia, right? Is it Letitia?
No, it's Leticia.
Really? Oh,
Yes.
wow. That's exactly how my cousin pronounces her name. How interesting. I would have thought it was Letitia.
No.
But welcome and thank you for meeting with me under these conditions. This is our office work now, from a remote office. But I'm so happy that you're here. And I did do a little background work since we hadn't met before, and
Okay.
I looked up your transcripts, and oh my, I was so impressed. I had to look back again and say, wait, is this a female's test scores I'm looking at? Because you have such a high GPA, and you're just so strong in science. You should be really proud.
Oh,
You
well,
you look surprised.
yeah, well, thank you. I've always been really good at science and math since middle school, and I'm coming back to school. I've took some time off and I was somewhere else, but honestly, it's been really difficult right now because of COVID. I lost my job, but I know
Uh,
I'm ready to come back to school, and so I really wanted to know what classes I could take, and but it's been really tough losing my job and trying to find.
yeah, oh yeah. COVID has just changed our whole world, and everybody's going through that right now. So I'm so glad that you're back, that you made the decision to come back to school. So that's probably, one of the best things that you can do for yourself. And, I'd be happy to get you set up in classes. I think, you obviously have the brain power to go with being a good scholar, and I think we will easily be able to get you into some classes and help you define what type of major or career field you'd like to go into. Have you given that some thought?
I have I really want to go into teaching science in high school. And because I absolutely, like I said, I love science. I used to excel in it starting in middle school and high school. And I want to teach because I want to be that teacher that to make an impact on students, especially in high school. So, what classes do you think I need? And it's, I'm really excited, but it's just losing my job. It's really took a toll on me.
Uh,
So,
yeah, that's, again, that's affecting everybody. So many people have lost their jobs, and it's such a difficult time to be in. But we certainly can look at some courses for you in the field of education. I mean, I'm a teacher. It's an honorable profession, but I have to be honest. You're not going to make a lot of money in this field, and I always want students. I want to be very frank and upfront, that this is an honorable profession, but it's not a wealthy position. So you really have to enjoy it. And then teaching science, wow, that's pretty admirable that you're interested in that. I was never good in science. I remember my first semester in college, I thought I was going to be a healthcare major. And I took that first semester, biology and chemistry, and well, the proof was in my report card. So I quickly changed majors.
wow.
but,
So,
but we,
man, maybe I need to rethink. I don't want to be in that boat because, like I said, I'm coming back to school and I just lost my job. But when you were sharing about your story, maybe I can't do it. Maybe,
oh, well, I don't know. I did look at your GPA. I mean, your transcripts are strong. You have a 3.95, and you've scored well in science. That's just my experience. I'm just sharing that with you. Obviously,
oh,
you you are a lot wiser and smarter in the sciences and math than others. So I think that definitely we can get you in some classes in the science degree programs. And also, since you want to teach, we can also look at the foundational courses for education, like the introduction to education and those types of things. And
okay.
uh, I know you're worried about not having a job right now, and I just want to let you know that you're not alone. A lot of people are having that very same experience, and I just know that we're gonna get through this, and this too shall pass, and I'm I know that you'll just be so much stronger
I
because of it.
I I appreciate that. The beauty of it is I have a very good support system. My husband works,
Oh,
and so I don't have to work, but I choose to work so I can contribute to the household finances. And I have two children, but they're grown. They can take care of themselves. They're about to be in high school soon, and I have cousins and other family members in the area, so I have a great support system. So it's really just the fact that I lost my job that I've never had that experience before, but I
yeah.
have a lot of support.
Well, that's really great. That's good. And so it just sounds like you are able to see the so many things that you have to be grateful for, and that again, I think you're going to rise above this, and being without a job temporarily in the short term is not going to feel as badly or impact you in the long run, especially since your husband is working and you have such a good support system. You're going to be fine. You'll be fine.
Well, thank you.
So shall we look at some degree plans and some classes?
Yeah, I think I'm ready for that.
Okay, good. Let me look and see what we're
Okay.
offering this semester.
Okay.
Looking back at that advising appointment, I don't think I did my best by that student. I made so many assumptions about her, starting with her name. Who does that? Why did I assume that she would pronounce her name in a certain way? Why can't it be pronounced just like my cousin's name, Leticia? I kind of felt like she might have been offended or surprised that I was surprised about her name. I also am thinking back about something she kept repeating, and that was losing her job. And maybe I didn't stop long enough to ask her more about that. She did go on to say, she doesn't have to work, and then I thought, well, maybe that was my out. So it wasn't really that important to her, but she kept repeating it. So looking back, I probably should have stopped, listened, and given her more time to share with me why that was so important to her. And maybe together we could have thought of some things that she could do to either get back into the workforce before we stepped into advising and looking at other classes. I also thought too, um, this should have been her time to talk, and my story about my experiences as a healthcare major, going into science classes and not being well prepared, probably didn't set the stage well for her. She started to second guess whether this was a good field for her, and that totally backfired. That's not the feeling that I wanted her to have after this advising session. So looking back, I could have done so many things differently. And next time I will. Hi, welcome to my office. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. And I got your phone call and I took the liberty of looking up your records, but help me here because I don't want to mispronounce your name. How would you like me to call you?
First of all, thank you for saying that because people butcher my name all the time and it actually drives me crazy. It makes me feel like nails are on a chalkboard, like my back arches. So, but
Oh,
my name is pronounced Leticia.
Leticia. Okay.
Yes.
I want to make sure that I'm calling you by your given name and the name that you prefer. I'm the same way. My name sometimes gets mispronounced, and I do prefer to be called uh, Mrs. Flores or Miss
Okay.
Flores Munoz or just Miss
Okay.
Munoz. You know,
Okay.
I'm not real keen about being called by my first name
Okay.
from my students. So if you'll just remember that, I'd appreciate that too.
Okay. So Miss Munoz. Yes, ma'am.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Well, welcome. I did took the liberty of looking at your records, and you've got great transcripts. I know you were a student here before, and I'm curious how you are today and what brings you back.
Man, it's been a journey. It's definitely been a journey. I have a really good support system, but recently I lost my job, and so that has really took a toll. But I do have a really good dream team or support because my husband, he works, and I have two kids that two of them are both going to be in high school soon. And I have family, extended family members around us. But I think it just took a toll on me because I've never been let go from a job. And so I'm just kind of struggling with that whole
Oh,
thing.
I hear that, and I can understand that as well. First of all, let me tell you, I really like how you call your support system your dream team. That's really great. That speaks volumes for how you value them, and that very close to your heart, and obviously high on your list. But yeah, losing a job, even if it's whether it is a position that you hold and you're bringing in the bread and butter for your family or not, it still, does affect us emotionally because we're like, wait, that gave me some purpose. So have you thought or have you looked at all at any other types of positions, or what are your plans for that?
I have looked, but I think I want to do school and find out maybe if there's some jobs on campus, because then I feel like if I have a job on campus, I can focus on both.
Yeah,
Um,
that sounds like a really good plan. Right now with the pandemic, we are seeing lots of people losing their jobs. So it is a difficult time to find a job out in the community. And definitely we have a career center, and we have different options here on campus where several of our students are either in part-time um, uh, student assistant positions or work study programs while they're going to school. And the nice thing is it's right on campus. So, if they are on campus for other classes, then they can also be working here too. So it's convenient in that.
I'm so happy you shared that with me. I really want to learn more about that, honestly, because I think I would feel better all the way around if I had a part-time job, particularly on campus, and I can go back to my dream on fulfilling my degree too.
Absolutely. And before we leave today, or after we meet, I'll send you an email with some links to the Career Center and also to
Oh,
some of the other resources that we have on campus.
oh, thank
That
you.
helpful to you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
That's going to be so
Absolutely.
helpful. Oh, I already feel better because sometimes when I've been kind of just thinking about what happened, I didn't really say it out loud. Um, but sharing that with you and you actually listened to me. Thank you. I'm so used to being the listener for other people with me being a wife and a mother, but you listening to me, that meant a lot.
Oh,
Thank
but
you.
Leticia, this is your time. So I want you to know that when you set up a time to meet with me, this is really about you. So I'm here to help you kind of navigate the waters, whether it's to sign up for classes or like just to find some resources on campus. So however I can help you, I will try to. And I'm going to be quite honest with you. I don't have all the answers, but I certainly will try to find out. I know enough people on campus that I can find out somebody who knows how to get what we need.
I appreciate that honesty. I really do. That's amazing. I'm really excited now. I I felt like that was something kind of weighing on my shoulders. Um, so now, would you be able to tell me about the classes that I would need?
Absolutely. So it looks like you're interested in science. Have you thought specifically about what area of science or career wise that where you would like to end up?
I
Yeah.
actually have.
Okay.
I'm really interested in teaching, and I heard that you were the perfect person to come to because you also do early childhood education and you can kind of lead me in the right direction. I know I want to teach science in either middle school or high school. Is
Wow.
am I is that
That
right?
sounds really honorable. And I have to tell you, I love telling my students that, teaching is one of the most honorable professions. And, as an educator, we are the foundation for all other professions because no matter whether you are a lawyer or a doctor, they all had to go to school. And they all, whether it was, their pre-K teacher or their high school science teacher, we have made an impact in their lives. So I love doing what I do, and I think you would enjoy the field of teaching. And you obviously have already some good grades in the sciences, so that's obviously that's something that you are interested in and that you want to teach others about. So that's great. I think that's a really great goal. And we have a really good Associates of Arts in Teaching degree plan here that pairs up very nicely at the university level as well. So you would do 60 hours of your core and foundational work here at Del Mar College and then transfer on to the university level.
Oh, now I understand the whole process because I said, okay, do I need the bachelor's degree? But you explaining it that I could take my core here and I can complete my degree and then transition to the university helps me put everything in perspective. Man, I'm so happy I came to see you.
Well, I'm glad that you came by. And, if you need to meet with me again, just send me an email or give me a call.
Thank you so much. I look forward to meeting with you again.
Great. Good to see you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.